Okay, everybody, let's shoot one of these things. Back in the far-off year of 2023, they added free DLC, new shit for free, and now in 2024, we've got new shit for not free. I can hear the angry Reddit post being typed up already. I can't believe this greedy corporation expects us to blah blah blah, give me free money, blah blah blah, Bernie Sanders, blah blah blah. But anyway, there's all kinds of new fun stuff added in here. Look at that, they even interviewed Connie Chung for some reason. Here they tried experimenting with the grid-based box art, an idea that would later be co-opted by the Sega Master System. They've got the license to Berserk now. That's kinda neat. That was a bit of a glaring omission at first, and now it's here. Berserk was revolutionary back in the day, because it was the first game to have computerized voices, you see. It was like the robots were talking directly to you, the player. Insert schizophrenia joke here. Look out, viewer! It's the Walmart logo! But yes, if you stay in one place for too long, the game's main villain, Evil Otto, that being the smiley face that we just saw, he'll slowly charge at you. That keeps you moving. Like the cops in Jet Set Radio, kind of. Yeah, that's a reference the audience gets. So, the red ones, they shoot back, unlike the yellow ones. Where there's smoke, they pinch back. And you can't touch the walls. All kinds of limitations here. There was a variant to this game where you had to control the little man with a trackball instead of a regular controller, and that was just the worst. This is the worst. Well, that killed about 30 seconds, I guess. Relative to the other attempts, that was pretty good, I'd say. Stern goes berserk. But wait, that's not all. They made a sequel. Oh wait, before that, there was an urban legend about Berserk where a young man, he tragically passed away while playing the game. But people assume not because of the game. I mean, it's not that exciting. Anyway, they made a sequel to Berserk. See? They got new enemies. You can shoot at the walls to chip away at them. Wow, environmental damage. How futuristic. Yes, indeed. And the enemies can shoot at each other sometimes. That's pretty forward thinking. Many years ago, I read a forum post and somebody said, "Do you think perhaps maybe in Pikmin 3 they'll have enemies that can attack each other?" And everyone jumped on him saying, "No, you fool, the technology isn't ready yet." Well, how wrong they were. The technology was ready. Look at that. What was the name of this game? It's already doing that all the way back in like 1867. They had that figured out all the way back then. Frenzy was truly ahead of its time. And one of the other differences between this and Berserk is when Evil Otto shows up, you can fight him back now. So that's something. You've got the power to fight back. See, watch my, I'm gonna do a pro gamer move. You can only have 2 bullets on the screen at the same time. Well, the important thing is we tried. They also, they retroactively tried to port Berserk back to the 2600. That's a modern project. Artist unknown, it says. Nobody knows who did that box art. It could have been you, for all I know. For all we know, it could have been you, viewer. So, the later portions of this timeline are mainly just reserved for Atari games that came out in the modern day. And you may be thinking, how's that even possible? Atari games in 2023? No, it cannot be. But yes, not all the games that got made way back in the 1980s got released, so some of them got released 40 years later. All thanks to the efforts of viewers like you. So next up we've got Red Baron. It's a vector game, weren't too many of those. That's right, the Red Baron. The guy from the pizza. So the graphics look a bit plain, one might say. Har. You're thinking, is he saying that because we're flying a plane, or is it because there's a geometric plane? And it's both, viewer. It's both of those things. My jokes can be whatever you want them to be. Yeah. So, are we playing as the Red Baron, or are we trying to find the Red Baron? What exactly is the premise here? Oh, they're shooting back. They're shooting back, Jerry! Can't you just picture Jerry and Kramer in like a World War I era a fighter plane, and Kramer's trying to warn Jerry, and he's got like the aviator goggles and his crazy hair's blowing everywhere. So yeah, kind of disorienting how the world kind of tilts side to side like that when you turn the plane. With all that tilting, I expect Jasper from The Simpsons to walk into the scene and say, "Hey pal, these streets ain't no place for fancy walking, simmer down." And yeah, no one's gonna get that reference, but that's okay. What else? Occasionally the game goes just like a certain other Atari game that we dare not mention here. I was looking at the comments for that one game that I dare not mention, and a guy was saying this cost the equivalent to $130 when it came out. Heavens to Betsy.
Now Rod, go for it. Wait, she got it. Rod.
The hell was that? Anyway, look at all that software. Our software is taller than a man. Sega ripped off this marketing tactic probably 20 years later. They had a stack of Sega game boxes and saying the competition doesn't stack up. Yeah. So I do believe this next game was made by a contractor of Atari, APX Software, the company we just saw. Let's see if they live up to their reputation from the advertisement. I guess not. This is pretty simple stuff. It's just breakout with extra layers. As Shrek would say, ogres are like the rip-off of Breakout. They have layers. And Donkey would say, "Wait, Shrek, you really need to have that stutter looked at. Speech therapy isn't..." This joke is stupid. Anyway, there's very little to this. If you miss even one of these rocks, the nukes are gonna go off. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. What else we got? We got football. Football! Not this one, though. We're not gonna look at that one, because that one's multiplayer only, and, well, do you see a second person here? There's a different football game, though, thankfully. This one's a bit more approachable, some might say. Okay. Anyway, this portion of the episode can be my audition to be a football announcer. I'm gonna be the next Ernie Harwell. You're thinking that's not right. That's not even whatever. Anyway, so there's a long history of football games on the Atari 2600. They had that one really crappy one where you can't even throw a pass. No wonder people didn't. Fuck, we missed. So yeah, the control, it switches between the quarterback and the guy catching the ball right when you throw the ball. So you see, right when his shirt turns purple, that's when you start controlling him instead. It's all so very confusing. Oh, good heavens, with all the passing, oh. Okay, you know what? Let's just start over. We're gonna start over, that's what we're gonna do. I sound like my dad trying to teach me how to catch a ball when I was a kid, and just that faint frustration in his voice. It's like, okay, you know what? Let's just try it this way. You know how it goes. I was so horribly uncoordinated, and still am, in fact. In school, they'd try to teach me how to play football, and it would be all, "No, you idiot, no! That doesn't go in your mouth. No, what are you doing?" Putting me anywhere near sports was always a bad idea, because I was just still am so neurologically twisted inside. I could tell you which level a Diglett evolves into Doug Trio, but I couldn't catch a ball with anything other than my face. Oh, it's a miracle I didn't get bullied more in school. Heavens to Betsy. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get okay, yeah, we ran out of downs. So, the ball's in the other team's possession now. Yeah, I see, I know sports. So, now we have to stop them, you see. Not in my house. Remember those commercials for Geico where the basketball man would stop people from doing everyday activities? There'd be a guy trying to put a box of cereal in his cart, and Dikembe Mutombo would slap the cereal out of the air and it would spill all over the ground, and he'd say, "No, no, no." Those were some funny commercials. When's the last time any of us saw a commercial that made us laugh? America is seriously devoid of humorous commercials, I guess. Okay, well, fuck that. That clearly wasn't going anywhere. If I wanted to watch somebody lose a football game, I could just turn on the Lions. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I don't even know if I want to leave that in. My capture card does not like this game. That solid color background is really screwing things up. So, yeah, skydiving. And, speaking of my capture card not liking things, the little man in the parachute doesn't appear to be visible. It's one of those 30 FPS, 60 FPS things, because he's flickering so intently, you see. But yeah, you get three misses before you become disqualified as a skydiving instructor. Just like the story I saw in the news recently, where a guy, I guess too many people died at his skydiving practice, and so I guess they arrested him. Because, well, you know, past a certain point, it's like, why does this keep happening? You know? So, the default controls for this one make it way harder than it is, because whoops, he just flew right off the screen. He didn't even land. He just got picked up by the wind, carried off into the wild blue yonder. This one might be something. It's got a wheel. Is that what the kids are into these days? Wheels? You can shift gears. That's important. Just like in that motorcycle game for the Sega Master System. Fuck, what was that one called? Fucking Jesus. We're just gonna drive off from the accident site before Johnny Law gets here. You know how it goes. What was the name of that motorcycle game? Not Outrun, that was the car version. Ooh, Jesus. Epilepsy the game. Fuck, it'll come to me. Hang On? Was it Super Hang On? Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that's a very Mark Bustler classic game room type game. Super Hang On for the Sega Master System. Okay, well, just like in real life, I don't know how to drive a car, so, we got anything else? They got new interviews with the developers, but, I kinda doubt you guys care about that. Yeah, we'll just stop here. Anyway, there's gonna be a second wave of DLC in November, so I guess we'll be back for that, eh? Who knows what other, yeah.